The one drop. See, this was written in response to the death of Stephen Lawrence. Not so much the death of Stephen Lawrence, because people have been stabbing each other from the beginning of time, but more like the police investigation into the death of Stephen Lawrence. So this year marks 20 years since the death of Stephen Lawrence. Now, I don't know if you know this, but 2 years ago, 2 of the people responsible for the murder got banged up. Yeah, 2 of the people got like 15 years in prison. And did you know that the only evidence that they had to bang them up was 1 drop of blood? That was the only real evidence. All the rest of the evidence was circumstantial. 1 drop of blood. And 20 years ago, when it first happened, they didn't even bother looking for the 1 drop of blood. But the mother just kept banging on about it. So eventually, after 6 years, they looked at all the evidence again, got a microscope, and lo and behold, they found the 1 drop of blood. But you know what? They couldn't even get DNA off it properly then. So anyway, years later, science caught up. They got the DNA off it. And as we know, 2 of those little fuckers got banged up. So this was my response to it. I'm reminded of the Bob Marley song. Why-yoy, 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 yoy, 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 yoy. Feel it in the 1 drop, and we still find time to rock. Revealed in a rhythm when Bob Marley did rock steady, you know me. I'm the beat that the drummer did, dropping steady liquors with a rim shot. And didn't we all feel it in the 1 drop? When 1 was dropped into those coloured slots, 1 drop divided up into racial constructs, but 1 drop must have got into the melting pot. Yo, tell me where your people from, because we're all fucking mixed up. Check your pedigree and I bet you find that 1 drop. Well, it was the 1 drop that decided whether you got a share of the pot or whether you had to leg it from the lynch mob. Yo, are you fucking keeping up? I'm telling you, even if they found 1 drop, you were fucked. Yet, it was that 1 drop of pluck that runneth over the cup that gave Rosa Parks the pluck. She said, you know what? I ain't gonna give my seat up. And while I'm at it, let me explain my personal position. But now, I'll tick ballot box, I'll even sign the petition. But if we cannot cotch at the table and suck from the cup, then we'll burn shit down and mash shit up, because we are the 1 drop. We cannot be stopped. We've existed over epoch and we come in many constructs. We are not just that 1 drop in the ocean. Open your eyes up and you'll find the ocean in that 1 drop. So stick that in your homeopathic concoct. And nowadays, I've been immortalised. I've been popularised by medicine, DNA, CSI. And you want to know why? Well, it takes a little while to unlock my mystery, but every time they spot me, I make history. So, you know what? When they lunged up at the bus stop, that modern day lynch mob, they were probably all self-medicated, you know, shored up. They were definitely premeditated because they were tooled up. And you know the upshot. Run, Stephen, come on, keep up. If they catch us, we're fit as fuck. My boy ran 200 yards until he stopped, until he dropped, bleeding profusely from 2 fatal cuts, which dumbass cops never even tried to stop and apply a little first aid balm. And you saw in the Voice newspaper the photo shot of the mother face palm and the dad with his hands over his head top. Yo, pups, how are you going to clean this shit up? Not with 1,000 mops. Oh, police investigation. Ha, don't make me laugh. You what? It was a cock-up that a crooked cop had been paid to obstruct. I mean, the examination didn't reveal the 1 drop. 1 drop ain't so easy to spot, but you know what? Those fucks, they just gave up, locked shit up in a property box to mould and rot, leaving those little fascist fucks free as Scott, bowling around the estate like they was a top-notch. Just watch. In her grief and despair, she called on me, the 1 drop. And we made a pact there and then that we'd never give up. As long as her veins held 1 drop, she was not going to give up. And Stephen was not going to get forgot. So with me, the 1 drop, she filled up her pot. And when they run it over, she got out her mop. And she forced those fascist cops to clean their shit up. And you know what? Things actually changed. Laws had to be rearranged. That racist institution was named and shamed. And when science finally caught up with me, the 1 drop, well, that's when it all came on top. I was the 1 drop that made the lies stop, and now at least 2 of those little fascist fucks are banged up. And I know nowadays prison is kind of cushy, but for the next 15 years, they ain't getting no pussy. Because pets are not allowed in prison. And there may come a time when we can forgive them, but that time ain't right now. So you know what? Fuck them. And I think whenever Stephen is brought up, and I think about what it has taught us, it's the same old cliche said in so many better ways, you never give up. But when your arse is down on the wire, call on that 1 drop, and you know what? You'll find a fucking reservoir. Why-yoy, 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 yoy, 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 yoy. Feel it in the 1 drop.